Hello viewers, welcome to the channel Amazing Civil Engineering Studies. Time to enter the world of civil engineering. Here we will learn about different concepts related to civil engineering. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more new updates. In today's video we are going to discuss about how to design columns for G+1 building, using thumb rules. Estimation of steel reinforcement quantity for concrete slab, footing, and column, beams etc. is crucial for the cost evaluation for the construction. Design drawings are used as a base for computing rebar quantity in different structural elements. Thumb rules for civil engineers is essential for any civil engineer, site engineer, or civil supervisor. They play a crucial role while taking quick decisions on site. Thumb rules help you in finding out the solution using a simple mathematical formula and make smart decisions whenever needed. But, while using these thumb rules, you must remember that the thumb rule never gives the exact or accurate results. You just have used them for approximate results. During building construction or before starting building construction, there is a question: how to calculate or estimate the quantity of steel in reinforced cement concrete (RCC) columns. A column is defined as a compression member, the effective length of which exceeds 3 times the least lateral dimension. Compression members whose lengths do not exceed 3 times the least lateral dimension may be made of plain concrete. There are 3 basic thumb rules for designing columns. Rule 1: Size of the columns. Rule 2: Distance between the columns. Rule 3: Alignment of columns. These rules are discussed below. The thumb rules are for general designing in very small projects. For this general thumb rule, we will assume a structure of G+1 floors high, using standard 6 walls. Rule 1: Size of the columns. The size of the columns depends on the total load on the columns. Minimum size of the column should not be less than 9 inches times 9 inches. These days the minimum I use in my projects of an RCC column is 9 inches times 12 inches. 225 mm x 300 mm. 9 inches times 9 inches columns are to be used for a single-story structure with M15 grade of concrete. In case 9 inches x 9 inches column size is to be used for 1.5-story structure, then it is advised to use M20 grade concrete. A safe and structurally sound column size for a 1.5-story structure should not be less than 12 inches x 9 inches using M15 or M20 grade concrete. This should be in your most preferred and practical options list. The size of the columns increase because of two factors. Increase in the distance between two columns. This increases the dimensions of the columns as well the depth of the beam. Height of the building. Increase in the number of floors is directly proportional to the dimensions of the columns. You can never go wrong with strong columns. I also recommend use of M20 grade concrete for the structure, ratio 1 part cement, 1.5 parts sand, 3 parts aggregate with 0.5 parts water by volume. I recommend use of 8 mm stirrups at a distance of 150 mm center to center throughout the length of column. This setup of 9 inches x 12 inches RCC columns is safe for G+1 floors. There are a lot of other considerations, but this is just a thumb rule. Rule 2: Distance between the columns. For the above column setup, a span of up to 5 meters is quite safe. One can use beams of size 9 inches x 12 inches, 225 mm x 300 mm. With a slab thickness of 5 inches, 125 mm, cast in M20 concrete for spans up to 5 m. There are other considerations like secondary and tertiary spans, point loads and wall loads which have to be considered. It is complicated, but thumb rules can work if the structure is simple. It is always recommended to use structural design software like eTabs or STD Pro for design. In a beam of up to 5 meters length, secondary spans of up to 4 meters, wall loads of up to 8 kilo per running meter, I can use steel as below. Top steel 2 bars of 12 mm. Crank bars 2 billion Argentine pesos of 12 mm, cranked at an angle of 45 degrees at a distance of L/4 at both ends of a simply supported beam. Bottom steel 3 bars of 12 mm. This configuration can change depending on a lot of factors. Rule 3: Alignment of columns. A rectangular grid is to be made for placing the columns. This helps in avoiding mistakes and placing in columns can be done in the right way. The columns can preferably be arranged in 2 different fashions. In a straight line with the help of a grid. In a circular fashion for circular buildings. Zigzag arrangement of columns is an absolutely wrong way of working out structural design. It should be remembered that when columns are erected, beams are laid connecting the columns. The zigzag column placement causes three major issues. Unbalanced load transfer. Problems in wall construction. Problems in laying beams. If these three thumb rules are followed by civil engineering and architecture students, implementation of wrong structural design can be prevented. Points to remember. Minimum size of an RCC column should remain not under 9 × 9 inches, containing 4 numbers of steel bars, 12 mm, with standard Fe 500 steel, i.e. the strength of the steel is 500 N/mm2. In RCC column, least grade of concrete should be M20. The proportion of M20 grade of concrete is 1, 1.5, 3, cement, sand, aggregate. According to thumb rule, the span of the column should be 5 mand it fully secured. The longitudinal bars of the column should not be under 12 mm. The stirrups with 8 mm diameter should be utilized by maintaining a gap of 150 mm cc in column. Hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. For now, please subscribe, like, share and do not forget to press bell icon.